Turn it up.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of the SoCal Prep Report. Richard Stray along with Bob Gibson. Mo Orr will be joining us a little bit later in the show. Bob, who we Skyping in tonight? We got a couple of coaches.
We got a couple of coaches, top-notch coaches. We're going to talk with Eric Borba from Orange Lutheran High School. His team is still alive in the Division I playoffs, and they've got a big matchup coming up on Saturday, and they've got their number one pitcher, Cole Winn, who is now being rumored as one of the, maybe the number one pick in the entire Major League Baseball draft. His name's thrown around now that highly in that upcoming draft. But we'll get to that first. We're going to talk playoffs with him, and then we're also going to talk overall the playoff picture with Coach Brett Kay of JSerra High School. His team got bounced in the first round, but nonetheless, nobody knows the Southern California landscape better than Coach Kay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he has to say.
Talk with those two coaches in just a couple of minutes.
It's difficult getting bumped in the first round when you really shouldn't be. Yeah, well, you know, they were. Come on, that
Division I, man.
So
we're about to talk about it because man, all kinds of upsets. Well, I told you there's going to be upsets in that first round. Sure enough.
Bob, you're the kiss of death. I told you not to root for anybody, and you did. Let's start with Division I. Take a look at the brackets because Harvard-Westlake was upset in the first round. This was everybody's favorite. They were a national favorite, and it didn't happen for them. They get bumped out there, I believe, by Valencia, Bob. And wow, it's just unbelievable that Harvard-Westlake would get bounced so early, but they did lose to Valencia 8-4, and that's not Valencia Placentia. That's Valencia. That's right, up by Ventura.
Harvard-Westlake first round gone. Santiago first round gone. JSerra first round gone. Palm Desert. We talked about Palm Desert as one of the darlings of the tournament. First round gone.
Not only that, but
Huntington Beach, second round, done.
Elimination.
El Toro, second round, finished. Season over. So we told you, crazy in D1. There's a look at the rest of the bracket right now. And Orange Lutheran, by far, the best team still standing here. But I tell you, don't sleep on that Capo Valley team. Capo Valley, we talked about who are going to be the hot teams. As the team gets hot throughout the tournament, who is that team? Well, Orange Lutheran certainly.
Dos Pueblos laughs at Capo Valley. Don't even go there.
Is the hot team in D1 right now. Watch out for them. I'm looking for an Olu Capo Valley final.
You would.
In D1.
Yeah, Olu. I think Olu's got a good shot at winning this thing, man. Once you've gone through the gauntlet of the Trinity League in baseball, you pretty much have gone through the gauntlet. You should be just champion just based on that.
It sets up for him. It certainly does, and we'll talk to Coach Borba about that in just a minute.
All right, Division II. Let's have a quick look and see what's happening over there, Division number 2. And here we go again, Bob. You know, Beckman has just been steamrolling everybody right now. They outscored their first two opponents by a score of 18-4, Bob.
Yeah, 8-0 and then 10-4 on their way to the quarters.
Heck yeah.
And Ayala is a team to look out for. Ruben Ayala High School out in Chino Hills. Quietly always has just a great program out there. They always have some top-notch talent.
They bounced the number 2 seed, Bob. You were predicting Tesoro all the way, baby.
To get to the quarters. And watch out here. I really think here, and then Yucaipa upsetting or taking care of Corona Del Mar there in that second round. I'm looking for an Ayala Yucaipa matchup here in the bottom end of this bracket.
All right. So what's up with Yucaipa right now, fellas? I got a decree in the truck that we're going to Yucaipa footage right now.
You got Yucaipa?
All right, let's do it.
Like it.
Oh, this is Yucaipa. Hey, what's going on, everybody? That's where we're coming to you from today, from downtown Yucaipa. As you can see, this is our only baseball field out here.
We like it
right now.
We like it when we can see something from Yucaipa because it's not exactly around the corner.
We got a great pitching performance from Vinny Alvarez and been able to close it with Tyson Heaton. Guys doing a great job grinding all year. That was a lights-out pitcher for them. That was a gigantic win for us. Great pitcher on their part. We kind of felt Vinny was a good matchup. Great split guy, good changeup guy. Had some, I think they had like 6 or 7 left-handers that swung it very hard. You kept him off balance, and for us getting late in the game and having Tyson close it out was great. Tyson Heaton, who closed it out, is our CBL MVP. He's a 2019 junior. He's going to BYU. The guy behind the plate, very special. Junior Michael Carpentier is going to TCU. He does a phenomenal job behind the plate. We're very lucky to have him. The guy hit the home run for us. And he's only a sophomore, Jordan Andrade, University of Washington. He's come on of late. He hits in the 5-0 for us. He's done a great job. Great job. The guy on the mound today that started, Vinny Alvarez, he needs to find a home. The guy's an all-league pitcher. He's done this all year. He needs to find a home.
All right, Coach Grahade over at Yucaipa, Bob, and man, they got stuff going on, man.
Yucaipa's a hot team. Watch out for the hot teams. When the team gets hot, they're rolling.
That's right.
Yucaipa's one of them.
How come our boy didn't tell us anything about in the high desert?
Yeah, right?
What's going on?
He should have clued us in on that one.
All right. Do we have a Skype? We have the Skype interview ready.
Speaking of hot
Coach?
baseball teams.
Coach Borba, huh?
Coach Eric Borba of Orange Lutheran High School. Yes.
That's what we said.
Coach Eric Borba.
Eric Borba. All right.
Do we have him on the line?
Oh, we're going to get him on the screen here in a minute here,
All right.
Bob. Ah, the proverbial phone call.
Phone call.
Who's the?
Who's
I
who's
have
calling?
a feeling.
There he
Hey,
is.
Coach.
Coach, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thanks for joining us, Coach Eric Borba, Orange Lutheran High School. I know you're in the middle of a practice right now out at school. How's your team feeling right now heading into the quarterfinals?
I'm having a hard time with the audio, guys.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. We are too, Coach. Don't feel alone.
Can you hear us, Coach?
I like that. Where's he coming from,
Yeah, I
Coach?
can't.
You in the utility shed?
They're out of practice.
I
Coach,
can't hear anything.
Coach told me they were out at practice.
All right.
He's got a practice going on. Let's see if we
come
can
back
reconnect.
here. Let's talk some more brackets. We get this
We'll see if we
worked
can
out real
reconnect
quick.
with Coach here, and then.
See what happens, Bob.
I know it's the miracle
All
of
right.
modern technology, but the best laid plans, you know.
Let's continue.
All right, let's see if
we
can
have
get Coach
division.
back on.
I guess we ran through all the divisions in baseball. Actually, there's quite a few, but you know, Bob, doing some research on this stuff and the other brackets. You know, in Division III, seven upper seeds
Right.
lost in the first round. 7. All right, that's a lot.
I love this Long Beach Wilson Bellflower matchup going into the quarters. Long Beach Wilson has a long history of baseball in Southern California. Long Beach Wilson, one of the older high schools in the area.
Long Beach Wilson's also a big old school.
Yeah, exactly.
Too, man. They got like 4,500 students, maybe 5,000 down there in the
Big
nice part of Long Beach,
Yep.
right next to Blair Field.
Long Beach Wilson and Bellflower. That's right in their own backyards, man.
Yes.
That doesn't always work out that way, but
Yes.
there
All right.
you go.
We are talking about Division III now. Like I said, 7 upper seeds lost in the first round. Maranatha is
continues to
blazing
dominate.
to the finals right now. San Dimas with the upset in the early round, and they're cruising to the quarterfinals now, as we see. All right, let's see. Do we have Division IV up here as well? Because in Division IV, it's all about Lucerna right now. Lucerna, wasn't a top seed at all, and look at them, man. They're just taking apart everybody right now. So Lucerna is the only team that didn't have a position. They were one of the lowest seeds coming in, and now they're in the quarterfinals.
They took out South Torrance there. Remember we were talking about the Torrance schools that were in there, but
they didn't just take out Torrance; they blasted Torrance 6-0. How's that? Take that. Now, actually, I feel bad for Alice because that is her city and that is her big team right there.
And Windward upset Glenn in the bottom half
yeah,
there. So
it's sad day.
This is fun about the baseball playoffs. There's just so much. There's always those couple of teams you never really expected to get through, but they do. They just catch they catch a hot streak, or they catch a team on a bad day, and that's just baseball.
All right, Division 5. Let's look at. Do we have that? Because again, we have 7 lower seeds advancing out of the first round. Bob, how does that happen? How can they miss it so blatantly? Seriously.
It's baseball. It's Sunny Hills, Malibu.
Yeah.
I love that
Sunny Hills is
matchup
tough,
right
man.
there.
That's right, baby.
Gary gets through on the top half. Look at that.
From
Taking
Pomona.
out Airhead Christian, taking out La Sierra, and Summit get through on the couple upsets too, beating St. Joseph to get up there as well. So
I like
right.
Sunny Hills
All
Malibu
those
matchup.
tops,
Who would have thought that, man? That could never have happened. It only happened now. All right, continue on. We have any more? Brackets. I believe there's 2 more. Nope, that's
Nope.
it.
All
Okay,
right.
well, so the brackets are falling right
Good
now.
enough.
But, Bob, I don't know who's going to come through on that. All right, we're going to head into softball right now. And are we going
like
to
it.
Randy Rosenbloom, I believe?
Softball?
Softball.
Oh, let's go to
okay.
softball.
Let's go to softball, Bob. That's the narrative I'm getting, so let's go do it.
I like it.
And let's have a look around because this thing has changed too. There's 2 big upsets in the softball in the southern section, and but you still got Norco, man.
Yeah, Norco's still the team to beat here. What did I tell you about Pacifica? Did I tell you not to sleep on Pacifica from Garden Grove?
I don't remember you saying that, Bob.
I said it
I don't
3-4
remember
weeks
that.
ago. I told you a month
Whatever.
ago. Always one of the top programs.
Mo's
They're getting
shaking his
through.
head. He don't remember that.
Look, Los Altos, Great Oak down here. Orange Lutheran, upset by Great Oak. Lou kind of hit a bump in the road there at the end of the season, man. They got passed up by Mater Dei in the league. And then, boy, that great Orange Lutheran team just just sort of petered out at the end of the season. We see that
It
sometimes
happens.
where a team hits their peak a little
It
early
happens.
and they kind of bottom out. So
this Huntington Beach Norco matchup is really good.
Yeah.
It's just really good. And I don't know why I'm feeling like Huntington Beach is going to win this thing.
you looking
'cause
for
the
another
problem-
upset here?
I don't know, man. Norco's just had it all year. I mean, they've done well. They lost one game to Orange Lutheran, but I mean, they've pretty much had a solid year.
Norco's so good.
Huntington Beach has had a few bumps along the way, but this is the playoffs now. You know what I mean?
Norco's just one of those great Every single year, Norco is in it. Every year. There's never a down year at Norco.
All right.
Doesn't exist.
That's North Corona for people out there that don't know what Norco is all about. All right. Let's continue on. We have any more brackets coming up? All right. There we go, Bob. Have a look, man. Read them and weep.
There it is. Buena gets there. Buena and ML King in D2, along with Elise and Miguel. Pretty chalky here. All the top seeds get through. Yucaipa, there's an upset for you, though. Yucaipa in the middle of that bracket gets through. They upset Lucerna there in round 2. I'm looking for ML King and Buena in this one. Those teams really dominated in D2 all year long, especially King was at the top of the rankings in D2 all season long. So that looks like a good matchup for me in the final.
Yeah, and softball, I was very surprised about LoSal getting bounced. You know, they had a bye in that first round, Bob. And we're talking Division I now. They had a bye in the first round, so basically they lost in their only playoff game.
Right.
We're talking Los Alamitos, right?
And look at
now.
Laguna Hills, upset North Torrance.
Yeah,
I know that's
yeah. All
that's
right,
a big one.
we're
All the
jumping
Torrance
back in
schools getting
Division
bumped
II.
out. So Laguna Hills will take on Newberry Park, who got through one of the top seeds there. Esperanza at the top and Rio Mesa, that they got through. But Laguna Hills is the surprise team to the party in this end of the Division
Bob,
II
you're
bracket.
confusing everything right now I was talking about when I was talking about LoSal getting bounced out in that first
Oh,
round.
sorry. Let's go back to that.
Well, let's go back to Division I.
Let's go back to
No,
Division
let's
I.
go back to
then.
Division I.
I wanted
fellas.
to
Let's
finish
have a
out
quick
D2,
look
but
here.
let's talk about because
I don't think they're listening to us. But anyways, there we go. See, LoSal had a bye in the first round. So when they played Passaic, you were saying
That's
they beat
who-
Los
right.
Alamitos. So basically, you know, they're hyped nationally. They had a great season, and man, they got beaten that first round. Pacifica is one of the lower seeds in this tournament.
But that's false, though. That's fool's gold because I told you about Pacifica. That's still one of those prime programs every year. Pacifica is a top program. Yeah, that's an upset because LoSal is also one of those top programs. Pacifica, though, I told you, don't sleep on them, man. Pacifica's a great program. I'm not that surprised by that win by Pacifica.
All right, Bob. Very good.
I'm not.
All right, it's good. Division III real quick. No, I just asking, Bob. I'm just pulling your chain right now, to be honest with you. Just
Whoa.
goofing on you, but let's do it. What do we got? Division III, Bob.
Division 3, we got West and St. Paul, Atascadero, and Patriot. This is pretty chalky, too. You know, Patriot maybe a little bit of an upset getting through there. But St. Paul against West, everybody saw that one coming.
Yeah.
And Atascadero, not much of a problem getting through to the quarterfinals as well. There's always one surprise team to the party. Patriots
That's
the
a
one
nice
there.
little quarterfinal. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for softball right now. Hopefully your local favorites are going to do well. We'll
Get
see
out
what
and watch
happens.
them. Get out
Right
there.
now, we got to go to the city section report with our esteemed colleague, Randy Rosenbloom.
The Chatsworth Chancellors are the Open Division softball champions. Chatsworth defeats San Pedro 4-1 in the title match. In fact, San Pedro was the defending champion, but the Chancellors were just too good this year. They win their final 18 games. Sophomore Ava Justman was terrific in the circles. She struck out 10 going the distance. Rudy Salzman hit another home run. She's hit a lot of them during the tournament. Congratulations to Chatsworth. They won the title in 2015. They are indeed the best team in the Open Division. Now in D1 in our softball final was another West Valley League school, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They blanked Venice 4-0. Jackie Jacobson was the story in this one. She throws a 5-hit shutout. She also did get some support from Cassie Swenson, who hit a home run in this softball game. It was the first title for that softball team from Cleveland since 2002 when they won the Invitational Crown. In Division II, we had a three-peat. View Park over Roosevelt 13-1. View Park wins in Division II this year. They won in D3 last year and D4 the year before. Coy Brown was the big offensive star here with 3 hits and 5 RBIs. Janelle Brown throws a 2-hitter for the Knights. In Division III softball, Fairfax over Grant 8-5. Anissa Acosta with 13 strikeouts pitching, and she also clouded a 2-run homer. In Division IV in our final, Bright Star wins. They beat Rivera. These Eagles are really good. They went 15-0. 5 times this year they scored 20 or more runs. They never really had a tough game. Congratulations to Bright Star there. Let's turn our attention to boys volleyball in the Open Division. Number 1 ranked Palisades wins it all, beating Chatsworth in 3 straight sets. That's back-to-back titles for the Dolphins. They had a tough second set, though, with the Chancellors. It was 33-31. Akil Tangator was great in the set and in the match, and the Dolphins prevailed. Carlos Gray's got a great team. They're 33-2 entering the state tournament, and they are 11th in the state in boys volleyball. In D1, a terrific win for Sylmar over a good Bell team. That went 5 sets, 3-2, 15-13 in the 5th. In Division 2 in boys volleyball, Kennedy won. Wasn't easy. They get by a good Southgate team in 4 sets. Kennedy, by the way, won Division 3 last year. They come back and get another crown in Division 2 this year. Speaking of Division 3, West Adams over Santee 3-1. Division 4 boys volleyball, and this is a terrific volleyball. Triumph Charter out of Sylmar, relatively new school, able to win. They win the championship over Socius, which is Sherman Oaks CES. By the way, they're located in Northridge. The Jaguars went 14-0 in the North Valley, and they were very good. And in D5, New West Charter gets by Vaughan 3-1. And a final note, well, we seem to talk about football, don't we? Well, they had a big passing tournament out at Dana Hills, the 7-on-7 tournament, and Narbonne from the LA City section won the championship, and they beat 2 very good schools from the southern section to win the crown. Manuel Douglas's squad beat Corona Del Mar in the semifinals. They came back and knocked off Edison in the championship final. Narbonne's won the city championship in football the last 4 years. They've stocked themselves with a number of terrific transfers. It appears that the Gauchos are poised to be the best team in the LA City section yet again. Now let's go back to the guys.
Oh, man. Hey, thanks a lot, Randy. Appreciate it. City section, man, real busy, but everything is winding down now. So we'll be digging. I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Let's go to the graphic and see that we have the Yard House in Brea. Check it out, man. What's that address, Bob? 160 South Brea Boulevard?
Brea Boulevard, man. Right in the downtown Brea, man. That's where it's all happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff down there, but this is the centerpiece. Get down there. You can get on their website, yardhouse.com. Go to the one in Brea. That's the one you got to go to.
That's the only one.
It's clean.
Well,
you can hang out. Oh,
the
it's
best
the best one. There you go. KM3 Project also sponsored tonight. Don't forget their organization is very critical to people with cancer. They help people living with cancer. So they take care of business. None of their money goes to research. It's to help people live with their affliction. All right. Sometimes you have nothing for a phone bill, man, when you're not working, when you're struck down with stuff like this. So that's the KM3. Get on their website, make a donation, and see what they're doing. All right, because they're doing all kinds of stuff. All right. So Bob, we have Coach K from JSerra. He's standing by, but he's not quite ready. He's finishing up his bologna sandwich because he's been watching this bologna all night. You know what I mean? So he's got to be getting tired.
There he
oh,
is.
here he comes. What do you know? Voila! All right. Well, we know we could see him.
Coach K, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, all right. We got one.
How you
Wood.
How you doing tonight?
I'm hanging in there.
Perfect. All right. Let's talk some D1 baseball here because I know that's the division.
You're going in and out.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll try our best here to keep it going here. Obviously, your team got bounced in the first round, so a disappointment for you guys, but still a really good season for your Lions baseball club.
What was that last part? Yeah,
I said still a real good season for you guys.
Yeah, it was, Bob. We had a great season, man. I can't believe we got beaten that first round, though.
Modern technology. You got us, Coach?
He's in the jerky zone.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I lost you.
Nope, lost us. It's going in and out. Tell us a little bit about your season. You lost in the first round, but still a good season for your young Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I was pleased with it. I thought we did a lot of really good things. I mean, there's times where we had, 8 underclassmen on the field. We started 3 freshmen at a time, and going through the schedule that we did, and then obviously the Trinity League as well. It was a learning experience for me. And I think it was a learning experience for our boys. I mean, I wish I would have done a better job. I know coaches aren't very apologetic at times, but I felt like I didn't do a good enough job, and I failed in some areas, so I've got to do some self-evaluating to get our guys ready for next year. And hopefully that starts now when we get into summer ball. But now I'm just a high school baseball fan, and obviously enjoy watching the playoffs and especially Division I.
Does anything surprise you about what's happened in the opening couple of rounds here in Division I?
Not at all. I mean, I'm looking at the bracket right now, and you can say what you want, but I mean, there was 19 first place teams and 19 teams that had 20 wins, and it's CIF Division I is a total toss up. I mean, if you would have said, okay, hey, these 8 teams are left, and you would have picked no one, it's like March Madness, but it just happens in May and the beginning of June. So, I mean, it's who's playing well, who gets the right bounces, what pitcher's hot, what offense is going good, how the teams are coached. I mean, it's really, really, and then look at how wild it was in the first round. Yeah. I mean, there's 2 walk-off grand slams and another walk-off home run, and then, look what happened in Huntington Beach yesterday. I mean, you have no idea what's going to happen. You hope to prepare your teams, but baseball is it's so unforgiving at times, and it's been fun to watch. Like I said, I like being a fan of it.
And we tried to prepare all our viewers for that. We said, hey, Harvard Westlake, some of these teams are going to go down in round 1. It's going to happen. Sure enough, some of those teams met their demise within their first couple of rounds. I was talking to you a little bit earlier today, and I said, man, Foothill that's kind of that surprising team maybe to some people who don't look at it. But I was asking, you said Foothill's a really good team. Don't sleep on the Knights at all.
No, I mean, Vince Brown is, say what you, they bid us in our past, and they've had our number. And a Vince Brown coach team is people look past them for some reason, but they're always good. Their pitching coach, Iron Novick, does a great job. They know how to play the game. They play the game well. They do the little things. They're detailed, and they find ways to beat you. And, that's a team you fear. And, the team that beat us, Etiwanda, has got them on Friday, and that's going to be a really good matchup because, Vince is one of the top coaches out there, and I don't think he gets enough credit for, the job he does year in and year out, especially, this being his second stint, and he's able to do it every time he's out there. I mean, Foothill's a team to be feared, this next game or 2 games or 3 games, whatever's left.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Vince Brown, one of the great coaches at Tustin and now at Foothill. You're right, one of those great. But Coach, we're going to be like you. We're going to be fans the rest of the way. Real quick, a quick prediction from you. Who's going to win this thing?
I'll be a little short and long-winded. I think Olu is set up really, really well. Yeah. Capo Valley is playing really good baseball right now. I don't know. I mean, if I had to guess, I got to go with my Trinity Brethren and Olu because they've got 3 horses on the bump. But who knows? Almont, Cypress, Foothill, Etiwanda, Capo, Dos Pueblos, Gar, Olu. I mean, those are all really well-coached teams.
Absolutely right. Coach, I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll wish you luck, and we'll catch up with the Lions the rest of the way. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. That's Coach Brett Kay from JSerra High School right there.
Wow, something real professional. I'm going to walk right in front of your shop,
Come right out.
brother.
Bring Mo back. Mo joins us.
I'm not bringing it again. They're going to join us in a minute. Right now, we're getting Frank Mazzotta retired from Cerritos College. Had all his players this weekend at Cerritos College give him in his honor. And here's some of what went on. We talked to Mazzotta, too. Asked him a bunch of questions. Thanks to Gio.
Well, it's a little bittersweet. My emotions are a little crazy right now because, I still feel like I could coach another 20 years. But it's time to turn it over to the young guys. My 2 sons coach, and both of them have asked me to come help them. I think I might go out at Mount San Jacinto College and help my son. My grandson's going to play for him, so I think I might go out there. Well, I think one of the nicest things, I got to coach and play in the greatest era of junior college football 4 decades ago. And each year it's changed. It's now totally different than when I started. And it's kind of why want to get out a little bit. The culture's different. I still have my health. I didn't get fired. Still ready to help, Well, you see it here today. It would be hard for me to put it all in one piece because I have so many great players. The bowl games, my first football team. Today there's 27 kids from my first football team here. And I call them kids, but they're all in their late 50s. But, I can't put it on one special thing. It's just I haven't worked a day in my life. Enjoyed every minute of these kids. Well, you know, when I took over the job, they hadn't won any championships, and my first season here, we won the championship and played in a bowl game. That's probably the highlight of the whole thing, and that just keeps you going, you know. After that, we've had 23 bowl games or something like that since then. Well, it's been fun.
All right, congratulations to Frank Rizzo, 42 years of coaching football. He's got another decade or so to go. This guy still looks like he's in his 20s.
He looks like he's age 42 himself.
Yeah,
man.
I think he just
great.
colors his hair for effect.
He
You know,
looks
he doesn't
great.
need that. That's not real. You know what I mean? Most guys color it dark. Mazzotta colors it light because he's Superman. But congratulations. Mazzotta's going to be the topic or the subject of one of our one-on-one shows you're going to see during the summertime. So stay tuned for that. But Mazzotta definitely deserves a lot of accolades. And look at all those guys that turned out for this dude, man.
That tells you right there.
Quite a few. I didn't see the jerky zone there,
They
man.
had a lot of protein. I'm sure
right.
they had people on some of the jerky. You know
Of
what
course,
I mean?
Kenny Nash, our guest tonight from the Jerky Zone, a longtime follower of Southern California high school sports, does fundraising for some of the schools. And as we get to football season, we'll talk more about that. But thanks for joining us. Guys, the big topic of the day is modern day 71 transfers already, man. It's going to be 100 before it's over.
Wow.
Trinity League leads the league right now.
You had to go there,
and
huh?
literally, they could probably take 50 leagues in Southern Section and put them together, and they still wouldn't catch Trinity League. But I'd say modern day only because they have the most transfers at 71. The number currently is 307 transfers since the new rule took in place.
Oh, that's a pretty good number.
I say it's going to be up around 400 before it's over because there's still a month to go, baby.
The number of headaches for Rob Wygod right now, 0.
Yeah,
0
it's legal.
in the Southern section.
No, it's legal to
because
do
they
so
cleared
now.
it now.
Everybody.
You can transfer if you want to now. It's
Yes, you
all
can.
good to go.
I'm thinking if I got some eligibility left, I think I'm.
You might as well
You
take
probably
it.
already transferred. So what is the total number right now for the Trinity League transfer?
307. Oh, 309 is the latest count. It just went up 2
Oh,
in
it
the
just
last
went up
hour.
2 right now.
So about
Mo just
309.
transferred back into
I just transferred
JSerra.
back into JSerra. You know, I think that a lot of that has to do with education, and it's going to be an educational transfer. Decathlon, you know, esports.
Oh, they're going there for like the kids at Harvard, Westlake, and El Camino Real. They're going there for academic pentathlon reasons, is what you're saying.
I love the pentathlon.
All right,
exactly
all right.
it.
If you want to believe that, that's up to you. Swampland is all over the place for you, Mo. Let's break out that checkbook right now. Kenny, what do you think about all these transfers? You know, back when you were a kid, this probably wasn't going on. You had to really be in the neighborhood to play. Now it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, it was tough to even go from like, say, Sonora to La Habra, which is 2 neighborhood schools.
Right,
They
same
would
district.
fight. Same district. Now, I mean, they're going Huntington Beach to San Clemente. I mean, it's just incredible how far everybody seems to be jumping around.
I don't know where that quarterback from Cathedral lives, but he transferred into Modern Day. Now, Cathedral's in L.A., just so you guys know, on the east side of L.A., if you know what I mean. So now he's going to Modern Day every day. That's quite a trek in the morning if you're going to go to school and be, I mean, I can't imagine. It's got to be a good hour and a half.
I know kids that lived in Temecula who were going into Modern Day. So, I mean, can you imagine making that drive
Make it happen.
every
I mean,
morning?
just-
Right.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. The kid I know ended up getting a scholarship to a D1 school. So it
Well,
happens.
they
you know?
probably
It was
have
worth it.
friends that live down here, and they're probably going to stay there for the week and then go home.
Commute
Why are you
back.
shilling with that jerky right now, man? I see. I know what
been-
that
he's
is.
been-
I know it's all about
Western
Kenny
eating,
jerky
right?
zone.
This
I
is
mean,
the Western barbecue
That's
jerky.
the bacon. Give me that,
This
man.
is my favorite.
All right. All right.
Next stop is always a jerky zone. Man. Come on. You know.
That's the truth.
That
That is the truth.
Well, listen, this debate's going to rage on because before it's over, there's going to be over 400. Some schools in Center City don't even have 400 kids in it, much less 400 kids
We're not even through the
transferring.
summer. Yeah, wait till we get through
You
the
know.
summer. It's going to double.
Yeah.
It's absolutely.
How many kids are on the wait list?
And just so you know, I don't know,
Right.
but just so
I
you
know,
know, it's not
seriously.
all about football. It's about all these sports. And like
yeah.
over here, this guy, this delusional friend of mine, Mo, it's all about the academic pentathlon. I like that. All right. I think it's going to be all about esports myself, as we've seen already. It's getting crazy. Anyways, that's it for tonight. On behalf of Bob Gibson, we got Kenny Nash here from the Jerky Zone. Mo or Richard Stray saying so long, beautiful friends here at the SoCal Perp Report. Join us next week.
JerkyZone.com.
More exciting stuff.
Get the jerky.
www.thejerkyzone.com.
Get in the zone. Get in the zone.